Hey guys, what's up? I'm Rohit Khurana, host of Intellect Digest, and in this video we are going to compare three legendary 4G smartphones which are very popular because of their good value for money. They are all budget 4G smartphones under 15,000 rupees, and we are going to compare the Xiaomi Mi 4i, Lenovo A7000 and Yureka against each other. Let's find out which is better. Start with the display comparison first, and the display size of these phones is different. The Xiaomi Mi 4i is a more compact phone with 5-inch display, whereas the other two phones are slightly larger at 5.5 inches. Besides the difference in the screen size, the overall dimensions of the phones are also largely different because there is also difference in the bezel thickness of these phones. So all three phones are slightly different when it comes to exterior dimensions. The Yureka looks to be the largest of the lot, and the Lenovo A7000, which is slightly smaller in dimensions compared to Yureka, and the Mi 4i is the smallest in hand. Talking about the display resolution and quality, the best display is no doubt with the Mi 4i at a 1080p 5-inch display with 441 ppi to offer you, whereas the other two rivals come with a 720p high definition display, which is not full high definition, but they are also at an advantage because the GPU does not have to struggle that much when it comes to performance on graphics. I'll rate Mi 4i at top, followed by the A7000 and closely followed by the Yureka from Micromax. If you love listening to the music on your phone, then Lenovo A7000 is the undisputed winner among these three phones because it comes with Dolby Atmos software, which gives you really good surround on earphones, but it does not work on the speaker grill. When it comes to speaker grill performance of audio, all three phones are very close. Lenovo A7000 and Mi 4i are slightly better when it comes to audio quality on speaker compared to the Yureka. If you are too much worried about scratching the display of your phone, then the Yureka comes with Gorilla Glass 3, which is almost equivalent of what Mi 4i gets, which is a one glass solution from Corning, which is the same brand which makes Gorilla Glass. The Lenovo A7000 on the other hand does not use a Corning branded glass and uses some third-party hardened glass. Another very important factor is the camera quality. The rear camera on Xiaomi Mi 4i is a 13 megapixel shooter, whereas Lenovo A7000 gets only an 8 megapixel sensor at the rear, and the Yureka gets a 13 megapixel sensor again. Let me show you some samples that we clicked so that you can see how well they do the job. Looking at the rear camera performance, the pictures look the best on the Xiaomi Mi 4i, closely followed by the Yureka and very closely followed by the Lenovo A7000. All three phones have same megapixels when it comes to front facing camera at 5 megapixel, and looking at the picture quality of the front facing camera, I can say that Mi 4i is taking the best pictures, closely followed by the Lenovo A7000 and then followed by the Yureka. The reason why the pictures look best on the first two phones is because of their beauty enhancement mode when it comes to face detection and beauty modes. Let's talk about the specifications and performance. The Mi 4i as well as Yureka are both powered by Snapdragon 615 chipset, but Mi 4i gets the second generation of the same chipset, which is slightly improved. When it comes to performance and synthetic benchmarks, we tested with Antutu, and the performance numbers that we got: 38,000 plus for the Xiaomi Mi 4i, 43,000 plus on the Lenovo A7000 and 28,000 plus on the Yureka. The Lenovo A7000, which gives the best performance, is powered by a 1.5 GHz octa-core CPU, which seems to be delivering much better performance compared to the other two counterparts. The optimization of the Lenovo A7000 when it comes to hardware and software resources seems to be better done compared to the other two phones, and it also reflects in the gaming performance and the overall performance of the phone. Talking of the clock speed, the Lenovo A7000 is clocked at 1.5 GHz for the 8 cores. The Mi 4i has 4 cores of 1.7 GHz and 4 cores of 1.1 GHz, whereas Yureka comes with 4 cores of 1.7 GHz and 4 cores of 1 GHz. All three phones come with 64-bit architecture. When it comes to RAM, all three phones get 2 GB of RAM, which is good enough for multitasking and moderate level of gaming. But when it comes to internal memory, the Yureka and Mi 4i get 16 GB of internal memory, out of which you get around 10 GB of free space. Whereas on the Lenovo A7000 you get only 8 GB internal memory, out of which 5 GB is available. But good thing is that you get expandable memory support on Lenovo A7000. When it comes to expanding the memory, the A7000 and Yureka are better off because they have micro SD card slots, whereas the Mi 4i does not come with expandable memory at all. But the good thing is that all three phones support USB OTG, so you can connect a USB OTG pen drive or a USB OTG cable and keep your movies, videos on a pen drive and not store it on the phone. Next important aspect is the battery life. When it comes to battery capacity, there is 3120 mAh battery on Mi 4i, 2900 mAh battery on the Lenovo A7000, and 2500 mAh battery on the Yureka, which is the least among these three phones. Talking about our experience with the battery life that we have had with these phones, the Lenovo A7000 seems to be best optimized among these three for battery usage and gives the best battery life among these three phones, closely followed by the Yureka and Mi 4i, which almost gives similar battery life. Another important factor is the software. All three phones are already running the latest Lollipop build of Android, and on top of it they use different software on all three phones. There is Xiaomi MIUI on the Mi 4i, there is Vibe UI from Lenovo on A7000, and there is Cyanogen Mode 12 over Lollipop on the Yureka. Out of these three, we found that the MIUI and the Vibe UI are more responsive compared to the Cyanogen Mode 12, which still seems to have a few unresolved bugs when it comes to Lollipop Android that is running below it. In terms of overall responsiveness, the Lenovo A7000 feels the fastest, followed by the Mi 4i, then followed by the Yureka. And one of the most important factors for an Indian buyer is probably the price. And when it comes to pricing, the Lenovo A7000 and Yureka are priced exactly the same at 8,999 or 9,000 rupees, whereas the Mi 4i with a better display is priced at a higher price point of 12,999, which is 13,000 rupees. Considering that the price of Mi 4i is considerably higher compared to the other two phones, the value for money seems to be slightly lower compared to the other two phones. In absolute terms, Mi 4i is also a very good phone, but if you are comparing the price and value for money, the Lenovo A7000 seems to be the best option among these three. And now it's time for the verdict. Which one should you pick? In my opinion, if you are not looking for spending a lot, then you should better pick the Lenovo A7000 or Yureka. Whereas if you are comfortable to spend some more money, you will get a better built device which will look more premium, that is the Mi 4i. It will also give you capability to run 4G on both the SIM cards, which the other two phones will not give you. But at the same time, it comes with a big downside, that is, it does not have expandable memory. So we don't have a very clear verdict in favor of any one of these. If you have a lower budget, Lenovo A7000 would be the best pick, whereas if you can spend some more money, you can go with Xiaomi Mi 4i. If you prefer Cyanogen, it's better you pick up the Yureka. We are leaving direct links in the description section below with the best buy links, and you can pick up the one that you like the best. This is all we have on our comparison of the Lenovo A7000 versus Yureka versus Xiaomi Mi 4i. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up by pressing the like button below, and do share it with your friends on social media like Facebook, Twitter and Google+. For more such videos from Intellect Digest, make sure to hit the red subscribe button. I hope to see you on my next video. This is your host Rohit Khurana signing off. Thanks for watching.